Coupling to a cavity resonator. We have employed a Fabry Perot cavity resonator in this construction of our W band spectrometer. Although cylindrical cavity resonators seem to be usually used in recent W band spectrometers, a defect of the cylindrical cavity for W band is that it has very limited sample size and thus it not suited for measurements of biological samples such as leaves and seeds. The Fabry-Perot cavity, on the other hand, provides larger sample space and is expected to accept much wider range of samples. In our spectrometer, one only needs to put a sample on the flat mirror and place it on a support for measurements. The sample sizes eligible for our spectrometer are typically 1 mm by 1 mm for leaf samples, 1 mm by 1 mm by 1 mm for speed samples, and 1 mul for aqueous solution samples. Of course, much larger samples can be measured. The sensitivity of our spectrometer minimal detectable spin number was estimated as Nmin 2 into 10 power 11 spins oblique Gauss at the rate of 1 Hz from room temperature spectra of TEMPOL in H2O. This value may be compared with that for expand spectrometer 10 power 11 spins oblique Gauss. Values of Nmin is equals to 10 power 7 minus 10 power 9 spins oblique Gauss were reported in literature for sensitivities of W band EPR spectrometers 1, 2. However, these values were obtained from data of non-aqueous samples. Very few data seem to be available in literature for W band EPR spectra of aqueous samples. One example was nevertheless reported by Wang et al., who estimated Nmin is equals to 2.4 into 10 power 10 spins oblique Gauss for their W band spectrometer from spectra of TEMPOL in H2O. Compared with their value, the sensitivity of our spectrometer in order worse. However, this difference most likely comes from simply the difference in the cavity employed. Their spectrometer employs a cylindrical cavity, which is advantageous with respect to sensitivity. We have adopted a cavity stabilized oscillator as a milliwave source of the W band EPR spectrometer. This oscillator provides milliwave of negligible frequency drift and very sharp frequency profile. The half height full width peak width of the milliwave was 0.2 MHz as measured with a spectrum analyzer. This peak width corresponds to a line width of 0.007 millitons, which is negligibly small in usual experiments. In the spectrum of TEMPOL in H2O, the sharpest line, lowest field line, had a peak-to-peak width of WPP is equals to 0.17 millitons, which is practically the same as the line width in X-band spectra. This shows that inhomogeneity in magnetic field is also negligible in usual experiments. One drawback of our system is that we cannot vary the frequency of the oscillator. Accordingly, to achieve the resonance condition, we adjust the spacing between the two mirrors of the Fabry-Perot cavity, where the lower flat mirror is constructed to be movable using stepping motors. A problem around this tuning method is that it is difficult to include automatic tuning control system in it. In fact, at present, our spectrometer is equipped with ATC system. One solvent may be to use piezoelectric actuators to control the mirror position or to include an additional oscillator for frequency adjustment and modulation. Improvement of our spectrometer in this point is underway. Nevertheless, it was reported that automatic frequency control may disturb EPR signals when narrow signals such as nitroxyl signals in fast motional regime are concerned. and that such signals may have to be recorded without AFC after careful tuning. Hence, the absence of AFC or ATC in our spectrometer would not affect the quality of our data itself, which were of course measured after careful tuning. A factor called Q is often used to describe the properties of the resonant cavity. This factor characterizes the ability of the cavity to store radiant energy. A large value of Q means that energy is stored well inside the cavity. A low value means that energy in the cavity will emerge rapidly. For example, if the mirrors on the ends of the cavity have high reflectivity, Q will be relatively high. If the mirrors have lower reflectivity, whatever energy is present will emerge rapidly and Q will be low. The reflection is highly sensitive to orientation about an axis parallel to the hypotenuse and in the plane of the figure. Thus, as the prism spins about the axis as shown in the figure, the laser cavity is not aligned, and light that builds up in stimulated emission does not reach the output mirror. There is no resonant cavity and laser operation cannot occur. Absorption of light from the flash lamps excites the laser rod, and the population inversion builds up to a high value, higher than that given by the normal threshold condition. Thank you.